Hey everybody, my name's Naomi Stonier. I'm a life and marriage coach, and I teach you the skills that your parents didn't model for you that make your marriage and family life, your personal relationships a lot healthier and happier. And that is a phrase that I use a lot. That is a phrase I repeat everywhere because a big part of my job is to normalize the fact that there are some really simple things we can do to make our relationships easier, but we don't do them because no one taught us how. So this means that the bad habits pass down the generations forever. It's no one person's fault. And when we normalize this, when we normalize the things that the people around us got wrong when we were growing up, when we normalize the fact that we're not doing the simple stuff, we're making it more complicated than it needs to be, when we just make that a normal fact of life because nobody taught us, it makes it a lot simpler to learn and start doing the simple things that make your relationships a lot easier. So this is good news. It means that it is not luck or personality type or how successful or accomplished you are that determines what kind of personal relationship you have. It really is just skills that you can learn just like any other skill, the skill of creating and maintaining healthy relationships with people. Okay, so what are those skills? Well, first of all, the skill of emotional awareness. We're somehow led to believe that emotions happen to us, that they're outside of us, they're caused by things outside of us. Think about it. I say or do something and you feel something. So of course you think I've made you feel that way. But actually, that isn't true. We do emotion. We create emotion. We focus on something. We believe something in the moment. We use a certain kind of language. The words you use, the certain words you use will create how you're feeling. And then you do something with your body. You create your emotion with your physiology. You hold yourself very differently when you're happy to when you're sad. And you put those three things together and you run a pattern, and you do that for decades. It's like a reflex. It happens so quickly you don't even realize it's happening. Okay, so I help people in 3 simple steps. I help you become aware of the patterns that you're running, and that automatically gives you the ability to question these patterns that you're running. Are they helping you? Are they serving you? Or are they causing a problem? And that creates choice. And when you know how to do that for yourself, you can then start paying attention to everybody else's emotional patterns. And this work really depersonalizes the experiences we're all happening and makes your relationships a lot simpler. The other skill I teach is generational bad habits. And by that, I mean belief systems. So we are sponges soaking in our environment from the first moment. We create a system of beliefs from all the experiences that we have in our life. So this is kind of like an operating manual, a guide that you use for life. But the most incredible thing about it is most of it you're completely unaware of. So even the stuff that you promised you'd never do will show up when you're under pressure and you won't realize it's happening. So my operating manual, my guide for life that I don't even realize I'm operating from, it doesn't match your guide for life. In fact, it clashes. My guide feels just like the right way of doing things. I don't even realize it's just an opinion. These are just all opinions that have been built up from all the experiences I've had. My operating manual doesn't match yours. In fact, it clashes. And then we can't understand why we can't, work it out. We can't compromise, why it feels so difficult and painful. So when you bring this into awareness, you can question it. You can decide, is this helping or is this a barrier to getting where I want to go, to make this relationship easier and healthier? And you can see everybody else's belief systems too. And when you know how to do these two things, we depersonalize what we find so difficult in relationships, And that helps us communicate a hell of a lot better. We communicate a lot more effectively. We can talk and listen a lot more effectively because emotion is lower, pressure and tension is lower, and we make much better choices and decisions from these more rational places, okay? These two skills get you back into your rational mind a lot quicker, okay? So they're the skills. They're really simple. Now, I offer a free consultation call, and I will spend 60 minutes with anyone tailoring these skills to your specific set of circumstances. So if you would like to book that call with me, all you need to do is hit reply to this email that I have sent you with this video in it. Hit reply to this email to talk directly to me to book your free consultation call, okay? So who do I work with? Who does this work benefit? Well, of course, I work with you. I work with married people. That's my job title. But you don't need to be married to work with me. You can be just living together, not married. It's just a piece of paper. You can be dating. This work will really benefit you. Lots of my clients are single. They're not actually in relationships, but they want to understand why their relationships aren't lasting. I can help you. This work will really help with that. I also help people who want to get into the dating journey, but they're not taking the action. They're never finding the time. They're a bit busy. They're always a bit too busy. They're always saying, oh, well, now's not quite the right time. If you're one of those people, I urge you to get curious. This work will help you. This work will help you start taking the action you want to take to get into that loving relationship. And lots of my clients come to me for issues with wider family, parenting, older parents, kids, blended families. It's the hardest thing you can do. Stepchildren, it can be so tough. This work will really help you. And of course, in-law, siblings, all that sort of stuff. This work is so beneficial for entrepreneurs. I love working with entrepreneurs. The emotional education work will help you with the highs and lows of the entrepreneurial journey. The entrepreneurial journey is intense. It is, there's a lot of risk. There's a lot of uncertainty. You have to be really good. You have to get comfortable with uncertainty as an entrepreneur. And our human brains don't like that. And so that brings up a lot of intense emotion. And this work will help you navigate that intense experience. When you figure out what you're struggling with in your personal relationship, boy, does it really help you in business as well. So there are two really common normal reactions to this work that I'm going to address here. They're the most common reactions to this work, and I'm going to address them right here for you. You may well be having them right now. The first one is, how can one person change a relationship? Well, here's a secret that nobody tells us. When one person shifts their thinking, when one person regulates their emotions, when one person changes their behaviors on a consistent basis, it changes the dynamic in a relationship. Two people, no matter how thin you slice it, there's always two sides. It's two people doing a dance of respond and react. There's no way it can be all your partner's fault. And so understanding the part you're playing and making some changes to that is going to influence the relationship. It's going to change the dynamic. And if that then takes you on to another really common reaction, especially we have these kind of thoughts and feelings when relationships have been difficult for a while and there's a lot of hurt, and that is, why should I do everything? It's not fair. Why should I do everything? And to that, I say to you, you don't, you just go first. Improving a relationship begins with one person deciding to initiate change. That is it. And how I guide my clients and how I support my clients in being that person, creating the desire and the determination and courage to be that person, is to understand the benefits to you. These are life skills that you will use everywhere. The skill of knowing how to create and maintain a healthy relationship translates into success in every area of your life. As I said, your personal relationships set the tone for the rest of life. So when you do the personal work, boy, does it show up in every other area of your life to create so much success and sustainable, fulfilling success too. So that's my offer to you. That's how I work. That's who I work with. That's why you should do this work. I offer to you now, your next step is to get on the phone with me. Take me up on that offer of that free consultation call. I'll spend 60 minutes with you applying everything that I've talked about to your particular unique set of circumstances. Just this call alone is such a valuable use of your time. Understanding, truly understanding and feeling clear on the problem is transformational in itself. And then considering the possible solutions to that problem. Whether you choose to take action or not, that's a separate conversation that we can have if you want to have it. If you want to discuss working with me, we can do that. That's a separate conversation. But I just want you to take in for a moment right now. Choose, understanding, feeling really clear on the true problem and the possible solutions. Just that on its own, even without taking action, is transformational in itself. So I urge you to take me up on that offer at that free consultation call. Just hit reply to this email to get yourself booked in. I can't wait to talk to you. Thank you.